Hey everybody, welcome to Weight Loss for Women Over 40. I am your host, Nikki T, and today we're talking about the psychology of fit versus size. We are continuing on our Confidence in Clothes series. This is the second episode in that. I did a series before that you can check out. Just scroll back on wherever you're listening to this podcast. So today we are diving into a topic that really trips women up a lot. I know it did me when I was much younger, but it's the psychology of fit versus size. So if you've ever thought, if I were only a smaller size, I'd feel more confident, then you're in the exact right place. Why do we obsess over size? So, from a young age, most of us are taught that numbers matter, right? Pant size, dress size, weight, the number on the scale, and society and media, and even our dearest, closest friends all reinforce this. Parents, right? We're not blaming anybody, but again, it's what they were brought up with. And it gets passed down generation to generation. So, but that tag that's inside your clothes right now, like your dress pants or your blazer or blouse, whatever you're wearing, it does not equal your confidence or your worth. And I think we know that on an intellectual level, but not in a deep-seated way. Remember, it's a number on a piece of fabric. It has no reflection on you, what you're capable of, your energy, your presence. Nothing, nothing about that little tag says anything about what you contribute to this world. And I know that seems really simple, but there is too much emphasis on these tags inside the clothes that we wear. And depending on what number that is and what resonates with you, you get all wrapped up in that tiny number on that tiny little tag. And our brains are wired to equate size with identity. When you see a smaller size in that tag on those clothes, your brain is like, I'm good enough. I'm attractive and I am capable, right? And when the number gets bigger, shame, frustration, self-criticism, they all creep in. Thoughts like, I shouldn't be this size. It's not acceptable. What I find fascinating is we all have this idea that we've adopted or taken hold of that a certain size is the ideal size. Now, for some women, it could be a size 8 or 10 is their ideal. For some other women, it could be a size 0. For some other women, it could be a size 12. Who knows, right? Nobody's right or wrong in this scenario. It's what you're making that tag mean about you. And this is why so many women are finding themselves endlessly chasing numbers on a tag or on a scale, thinking that once they get to this size, that that is the key to finding confidence, to feeling so good about yourself. And it's not only not true, it's exhausting. And I speak from experience. Back in my 40s, which wasn't that long ago, and my 30s, I was really tiny in my consideration. Like when I was dancing, I was a professional ballet dancer, and I did not get on a scale, but like my collarbones were protruding. I'm pretty sure I was like 98 pounds. I was tiny. I wasn't healthy in that respect. That's too low in my opinion. And through the years, I've been various sizes. And I'll tell you, when I quote unquote should have felt the most confident in my body, when I thought it looked really good, I wasn't. I wasn't. So you think that when you get to this number in this tag or on the scale, that things are going to miraculously change? It doesn't work like that. And this is what my problem is with people going after the dieter's mentality of like, I just need another diet, I just need another plan. No, you need to work on your mindset. You need to rewire what's going on inside that brain of yours because it doesn't matter. Because when you get to that space, when you get to that tag, that body, it's not going to feel like it's enough. And then something else will come in that'll either sabotage it or you'll be constantly obsessing about keeping that figure because you haven't done the work up here in your brain. As a total side note, and I wasn't going to do this on the podcast, but I'll do it anyway because it fits in really well. I've been doing this work for over 20 years. I started as a personal trainer in 2002. So, and before that I was a professional ballet dancer. So like the body image, the need to look a certain way, the whole aspect of personal training and coaching and all that wrapped together. I've been doing this for a long time. And what I have found is that it's not about the weight loss. It's not about that tag size. It's not about the scale. It's about the identity that you are subscribing to, the identity that you're running around and operating on. That is the key to getting the body that you want. And I put this in here and I say this because I am shifting gears a little bit. Yes, I will still keep doing the weight loss and coaching, but I'm stepping into my business that I have been mulling over for a couple years now, and it's called Maven Heart. And Maven Heart is the next level. It's the next level after stepping into that identity. You are going to hear more about that in future episodes, but I will just leave it at that you think the weight loss is the answer. It's not. It's the mindset. It's the identity that you are operating from. That is why you don't have the body you have. That is why you're not doing the things that you want to do. That is why you feel like you're spinning your wheels and you're just constantly stuck. So getting back to the topic, fit does matter far more than size. So fit is how your clothes actually feel on your body, not what the tag says. A well-fitting outfit will hug the right places, allows movement and freedom, and feels really good physically and emotionally and visually when you see it on yourself. Now, I am nowhere near a fashion guru, not even close. Not even close. But I know that a dress for me that comes right across the middle of my stomach will make me look way bigger than I actually am. And I know that an A-line or an empire waistline, which comes right under the bust, is better suited for me. And again, I only know those two fashion terms because they come from my ballet background with the costumes that we wore. I did actually take a costume history in college. It was super fun, but I don't remember anything about it. I just like drawing the pictures. Anyway, when something fits, you have that feeling of ease. You feel more comfortable and you feel more confident, right? That's the external part of what actually sparks presence and self-assurance. But think about it. You could wear a size 6 and feel uncomfortable, restricted, and self-conscious. Or you could be wearing a size 10 that fits perfectly, moves with your body, and instantly boosts your confidence. The number is totally irrelevant. So I remember years ago being in Australia. This is back in, I believe, 2008. I was shopping and I had picked up a pair of pants. And I want you to remember, back in 2008, I was probably sporting a size 1 or a size 0 in US sizes. Okay. And I say that it'll make sense in a second. So I'm going through the clothes. And for me at the time, whatever the Australian equivalent is, I was around a size 8 or 10 or something like that. And I was shocked because, again, I was in Dyer's mentality back then. I was like, wait a minute, I'm an 8 or a 10 in Australian sizes, whereas in the US, I'm a 1 or a 0 or whatever it was. And I also remember going and looking at the Australian clothing rack and seeing zeros in that lineup. And I'm thinking, I'm scratching my head going, who are the, how, I want to, what size are these zeros if I currently am a size 8, 10, super tiny, and they still have zeros in the Australian? Like, are these children that are wearing these? I don't, like, I really couldn't wrap my brain around it. But just notice, like, that was where my thought went. It was like, wow, I'm an 8, 10 in Australia, right? Doesn't matter because again, it's the fit. So when your clothes fit, right, this triggers you psychologically in two different ways. So when the clothes are fitting and you're not paying attention to the tag, right, it signals comfort and safety to you. When your clothes fit, your body relaxes. Think about it. When you put on a pair of clothes that fit and feel good on your body, you just kind of relax. I'm not talking about sweatpants or anything like that, but your shoulders drop, your breathing deepens, and your posture naturally improves because you're feeling good in your clothes. And your brain associates this with I am safe, I'm capable, I'm present, like nothing alarming is going on. And the second psychological aspect is alignment with identity, right? I just talked about identity a little bit. But clothes that fit you let you show up as yourself, right? We're not trying to hide anything. We're not trying to pretend we're somebody we're not. And when you feel good in your outfit, you move with confidence. You make bolder choices, and even your energy starts to change. This is why fit over size isn't just about fashion, it's also about mindset and embodiment. So here's the mindset shift for you. Before you obsess over changing your body, try changing your relationship with your clothes. Shift your focus from a number on a tag to how your clothes actually feel, how you feel when you move in them. And when you do this, ask yourself, do I need to clean out some clothes out of my closet? So I have a little exercise that you can do, and you can experiment with this. So go to your closet, pick out an outfit you've avoided because of the size on that tag that you are fearing. Put on those clothes and notice how it actually fits your body right now. I don't care if you can't zip them up or whatever, right? Try and adjust it for comfort wherever you need to do without squeezing or forcing. Stand tall, move, and take 3 deep breaths. And ask yourself, how does this outfit make me feel? Does it make you feel comfortable? Does it make you feel confident? Does it make you ready to show up? And if those clothes don't actually fit you in this moment, like you can't zip them up, that's okay too. Get out a journal, get out a piece of paper, write down everything that runs through your brain. Do this with different clothing, clothing that does fit for the figure that you are right now, and see how you feel in those clothes. Do you feel freer? Do you feel more confident? Your clothes do have some sort of energy with them. And if it's not lighting you up, get rid of them. Get rid of them. So with this exercise, you are training your brain to value fit and experience over the number on the tag. And that is going to help rewire shame about the clothing, right? About how you feel about your body into more confident. Or better yet, just cut all the tags out of your clothes, right? Cut them out. Do we really need them? I mean, I feel like we need them when we're shopping just so you can have a general idea of like what you're going for. But that might be a fun experiment too. Go shopping. Don't look at the tags. Kind of hold it up, see like, oh, this might fit me. Then go in the dressing room, try them on. I mean, I know when I shop, I've been buying some stuff from Amazon. And when I shop, it's interesting because I'll click on that size guide and some of the extra smalls would equivalent are the equivalent of like a large US size. And I'm like, hmm. Anyway, just cut the tags out. See what happens. This is just one angle to come at your clothes, right? And as you've heard me say before, when you're at peace with your body as it currently is, that's when you physically change. And you think that if you're content with your current body, that you're not going to want to change. I hear this from my clients all the time. But if I'm content, I'm not going to be motivated to change. That is the work I do inside my private coaching with my clients. Because yes, you can cut out all the tags and you can get clothes that fit, but you have to do the inner work, right? This talk about clothing is very external, and it's a good way to kind of open up your mind to different ways of looking at your clothing and how you show up. Because I mean, unless unless you're in a nudist colony, you're wearing clothes, right? Um, but we're so tied into what that tag says. And it's not about the clothes. It's not about swapping the clothes. It's not about that. It's about doing the inner work. It's about rewiring all those patterns you keep repeating that is keeping you stuck. And if this sounds like something that you want to dive into more, go to weightlossforwomen over40.net/call and apply for private coaching. Currently, I do have one spot open for private coaching this month, so go apply and nab your spot. Um, so remember, your clothes are not a tool. They are not the judge of who you are as a person. Size is just a number. Fit is how you're going to experience your body inside those clothes. So in the next episode, we are going to be taking this deeper into the series, and we're going to explore how to use daily micro habits for self-love. Yes, this has to do with clothing. I can promise you the next episode is not going to be like Stuart Smalley from Saturday Night Live. Do you remember that character where he's sitting in front of the mirror? I can't remember the actor's name, but he's sitting in front of the mirror and he's like, I'm smart enough, I'm good enough, whatever, and people love me. Gosh darn it, people like me, or something like that. It's not going to be like that. So, join me next time for the daily micro habits of self-love. If you are just catching up or just joining us on Weight Loss for Women Over 40, you have to dive into all the other episodes. Go back, binge listen, so you can get up to par with what we're doing. So, if today's episode resonated, please hit that subscribe, send it to a friend, and take a moment how your clothes are fitting you right now. Because confidence isn't a size, it's not a tag in your clothes. It is definitely a choice. Have a beautiful day, night, evening, whatever time you're listening to this. I will see you in the next episode. Take care.